David Thomas, do you mind telling us about your qualification exactly?
I have done my MCom and then I have done my MEd. That's a teaching specialization, and currently I am doing my PhD in accounting.
Oh, the same question goes out to you, Mr. Yashbeer Singh.
Well, I've done MSc in physical chemistry and MSc in physical chemistry and BA.
Oh, that's a really good sign, sir. Second question first to Mr. Yashbeer Singh, sir. Do you mind telling us something about your family?
Well, I'm married and I have a son who's studying in Indian High only in grade 1.
And same question to you, Mr. David Thomas. So do you mind telling us about your family?
I too also in the same boat, but I got 2 kids. Both of them studying in the Indian high school.
Okay. The third question to you, Mr. David Thomas. What made you take teaching as your career?
See, basically I am a very lazy guy. Because I cannot, because being an accounting person, you need to sit and work in a place, which I hate doing it. Plus, teaching is more fascinating for me to, interact with them, and plus make them to understand things that I enjoyed.
Okay, so basically, is it easy to teach children?
It's not easy, but it's the way how you make it to get them. And, to make them to understand, you need to use different techniques to do that. If you are successful in that, you are a good teacher.
Okay. It's the same question to you, Mr. Yashbeer. What made you take teaching as a career?
Well, actually, when I was studying, I did find chemistry tough and all. So I took chemistry because I just wanted to prove and show also that chemistry is a normal science subject and it is not mystery. And if you practice daily, you can also, get good score in chemistry, or for that matter, any science subject, or any subject, sorry.
Sir, do you think it's easy to teach children?
Yeah, it is easy. Easy in the sense that if you have a receptive, responsive audience. If I am lecturing only, people are sitting quietly, then naturally nothing is going to go inside. Everything will go through and through. So if the audience is receptive, responsive, teaching becomes wonderful. It's a two-way process, no? Right?
Yes, sir. You can see your fans waiting outside, sir. So the next question to Mr. David Thomas first. So can I know your experience in IHS? From how many years are you there, and basically what is your experience?
This is my 10th year. I'm here 10 years in this school. It's one of the great experience because I worked in previously some schools. The best thing about this school is you have lots of freedom to teach. That's which is lacking in some other schools. That I enjoy here because the management and CEO all give us lots of freedom in teaching. That gives a great pleasure.
Okay, so the same question to you, sir. Your experience in IHS?
Well, I've been teaching chemistry in this school for the last now almost 12 years. And when I was teaching in India, in fact, after every 1 or 2 years, I used to change my school and all, because their environment was not that conducive for teaching and all. Here it is wonderful. There is no interference. We have full whatever we want, we can do. So that's why I've been teaching here now for the last almost 12 years.
That was a nice answer, sir. The next question going out to Mr. David Thomas, sir. Teaching accounts or business, which do you find better?
For me, it's same. Teaching as long as teaching is I liking it. Maybe when I get bored of teaching, then might be a different story. But still, I like teaching. Subject doesn't matter to me.
But don't you find accounts teaching better than business because you end up seeing students sleeping in business class, sir?
No, teaching business is more challenging than accounting because you are lecturing it and you want them to listen to you. So making them interesting is very difficult. So teaching business is difficult than accounting.
So, the question for you, sir, is what made you take chemistry and not physics or biology?
See, I already told you now that I found chemistry the most difficult subject. So I wanted to prove that chemistry is normal. It's a normal science subject. It's not mystery. That's why I took the task of teaching chemistry to younger people.
So both of you might be teaching girls and boys both. So first from Mr. Yashbeer, I would like to know whether it's good teaching girls or boys, who are more attentive and who score more marks.
Well, very difficult question, man. It's actually concentration-wise, I feel girls are better. And in the end, when it comes to marks and all, usually boys do better.
So you can hear lots of applauses for that answer. Same question to Mr. David Thomas. Who do you find teaching better, girls or boys?
No, see, the learning, as he said, I agree with him, whatever he's saying it. It's more or less same. But, boys have a different ideology and the girls have a different ideologies. Okay, so concentration is very difficult for boys, which we could see it. But one thing is good with the boys is, in the last minute, in the last 10 days, they completely devote the time and studying it and coming up with good colors.
Mug each and every word.
Okay, Mr. Yashbeer had something to say.
Yeah. No, I said in the last 5 or 10 days, I mean, they mug everything up. And I believe in these 10 days only they study seriously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just enjoying themselves.
Yes, Mr. David Thomas is
No, but see, the same thing, if the same effort, what they are doing it in 10 days. If we could do for some more times, obviously they are going to get better results.
And so, my last question to you is: do you have any tips to give to the students for the model examination which is coming in this Jan? That's 2012.
See, it's a continuous study is required. That's the first problem what we discussed. That we are all lost time runners. We just study maybe for 1 week or 10 days. But if you keep a habit of studying regularly, it will stay in your mind. I used to tell my students, obviously you cannot eat 1 month food in 3 days, right? So you need to study continuously. And it's not, see, if you study continuously and concentrate on study is not going to be that difficult. You can do excel in your studies.
Same question to Mr. Yashbeer, sir. Do you have any tips to give to the students?
Yeah. First of all, I would like to agree. I 100% agree with what Mr. David said. And I want the students to please remember, especially 12th graders, that this is their crucial year. If they score good this year, then after that they can in fact enjoy. And so if they practice regularly, especially science subject, you just can't open the book and read and then study. You have to write whatever you study. Thank you.
Okay, with that, I would like to thank Mr. David Thomas and Mr. Yashbeer Singh for taking the time during this recess and coming for the interview. Well, that's it from the last session of Recess Radio. I'll be seeing you sometime.